Okay, so they say that when you नजर को बदलो नज़ारे बदल जाएंगे. नजर as in when you look, the way you look at things, if you change that, the entire external will change for you. So सोच को बदलो सितारे बदल जाएंगे. If you change the way you think, your stars will start to change. कश्तियां बदलने से कुछ नहीं बदलता. You keep hopping from one to other, two, three, not this, not that. Nothing will change, right? दिशाओं को बदलो, किनारे बदल जाएंगे. What you need to do is you need to change the direction. And that's how you will achieve your goals. Probably a lot of time we are not working, in the right direction. So my next question to each one of them was that I still feel that, I need to work upon my attitude where everybody raised their hands. So I come back to the same question again. Who all feels that, we need to work on our attitude? Okay, so good enough. So the next thing, how do we work upon this attitude? कैसे work upon करते हैं?
Think positively.
Think positive.
Okay, think positively. What do you mean by think positively? I've heard this word umpteen number of times, but what do we understand by think positively? Yes.
Not bitching about others.
Not bitching about others. Okay,
If
that
you
is
get
thinking positive. Okay.
If you get a challenge, try to solve it, not to run away from it.
Very good.
And there's a saying as well that if you just say that I can do it, the half job is done.
Half job is done. Okay. So over the years, what I have learned for myself is, it's not very difficult to change your attitude. Believe you me. It is actually not. If you could just work upon these two things, that would really take you very far in life. This is something that I have done for myself. Your first thing is start to look at the brighter side of the picture. That is exactly what you are trying to say. In life, anything you come across, there will always be two sides to look at it. जो नहीं है उसको भूल जाओ. हमारा सारा वक्त जो है ना वो इसी बात में, या तो हम एक दूसरे को कंपेयर करते रहते हैं, इसके पास ये है मेरे पास नहीं है. अरे भैया जो उसके पास है वो उसके पास है ना. Why are you comparing yourself with him? You are not him, no? तुम वो थोड़ी ना हो, तुम्हारी अपनी जर्नी है. मैं उसके साथ अपने आप को कंपेयर कर ही क्यों रहा हूँ जब मैं वो हूँ ही नहीं. I am somebody absolutely different. I should only look at to someone and get inspired to be better. That's all about it. Rest, it is my journey. I have to ask my question what I was yesterday and what I am today. If even I am 1% better, then I am on the right path. That's all about it. So start looking at the brighter side of the picture. What can be done? If you want to go into corporates and work into corporates, they will love to have people who are solution oriented. Become solution oriented. Problem to anybody would come and say. The marketing team comes, this is the problem. If we take madam, the head, he comes, madam, this is the problem with the washroom. He comes, he said, madam, this is the problem with the faculty. He comes, madam, this is the problem with that girl. He comes, madam, this is the problem I had with him. So get it. What is the solution? In case you are going, have solution handy. What possibly could be done? Have that kind of a mindset. And if you can only bring this kind of a shift from being problem oriented to be solution oriented, or start to look at the brighter side of the picture, half of the job is going to get done. And the rest half, in case you want to have the power of the universe, then the simplest thing that you have to do is practice gratitude. शुक्र मनाना सीख जाओ. I've read it somewhere. I always used to complain कि मेरे पास जूते नहीं है. I used to complain that I don't have good shoes till the time I look at somebody who did not have both the feet. तो ज़रूरी तो नहीं है ना कि ज़िंदगी मुझे कोई एक बहुत टफ पार्ट दिखाए तब जाके मेरी कहीं आंखें खोले. So have gratitude. Believe you me, gratitude is the only thing to have most and more in life. We complain. You put complaint out in the universe multiplied it 100 times and gives it back to you. So if you put across gratitude in the universe, it will multiply it into 100 times and it will come back to you. So this is the power of changing in attitude. You think you will be able to practice these two things?
Yes.
Pakka?
Yes.
Okay, amongst the partner, Have a partner for yourself. Lady, yours is last. Yours is last. Or amongst yourself. Corner. Right? Amongst yourself. Look at each other. Look at me. Look at each other as in look at each other, yaar. Ask. हाँ, look at each other. बात ही नहीं करने को बोला. Okay. So, what are you going to tell your partner? Huh? What?
Change your face.
Just change your face.
Gentlemen, what do you mean when you said change your face? Look, jokes are very good, but then in case they're the appropriate ones. We're talking of a very intense topic like attitude here. And when in case somebody comes up with this kind of a thing, I don't know what needs to be said. The next, right? Okay, so look at the partner, whosoever is there for you, and you tell that partner that you're going to look at the brighter side of the picture from today. I will look at the brighter side of the picture from today. Look into the eyes of the person again. Look into the eyes of the person again, and this time, very beautifully you're doing. Very, very beautifully. And this time tell them that I'll try and practice gratitude. I'll try and practice gratitude. I'll try and practice gratitude. So all those who mean it is very visible and evident with the kind of the intensity that you are giving. Okay, so this is, you remember when we started with the orientation of the brain, we said the 80% kind of a thing. So 80% of the obstacles lies within us, and this is this self-image and self-esteem kind of a concept. So when we talk about the rest 20%, these are the obstacles which lies outside you. This is something that you need to overcome to achieve your goals. And it is said that it is actually one major skill that you need to possess to be there where you want to be. And there's a very, very magical question that you can ask yourself to identify, what is that one skill that you need to change. The moment I'll speak my sentence, see if something pops out in the mind. What is that one skill that I need to work upon to achieve my goals?
Change my attitude.
What is that one thing? वो ऐसी कौन सी एक स्किल है जिस पर मुझे वर्क अपॉन करना है अपने गोल्स को अचीव करने के लिए?
Taking pause.
It is just for yourself. It is just for yourself. It is going to be a different answer for each one of you, right? So this is, what the role the attitude plays. If you want to get into the corporate world, it is very important that you have your attitude at place. क्योंकि corporates जो आज के time में somebody who's going to give you, whatever X salary you were thinking of, you have to really be prepared for it, right? So attitude was the first thing that where these two girls were very, very different. They were ready to take up any challenge that was thrown to them. While going further, it reminded me of another experience with these two girls. Ek din we were in a part of a grooming class. So I take grooming sessions also. So we were doing a grooming session, and as a part of instruction, I told these two girls that, tomorrow the index, the makeup part has to be done. Now poor girls as in they've never ever used makeup. They were that raw that they have never. So one of them asked, madam, what needs to be put upon, right? So I said, you just put an eyeliner and do your nails, put some nail paint. Here also the important thing is where others were nagging about not this, not that, the girls had that kind of an attitude, okay. ठीक है? So करना क्या है? ये करना है, ठीक है. Learner's attitude that we are going to do this and come. And the next time, when they came in the class, Ramlila देखिए. So this is what they were up to. One had eyeliner, I don't know where. Somewhere over the eyelid. The other one tried probably a wing eyeliner. Don't ask me. And they were with that kind of an eyeliner in the class. And then they had the audacity to come up to me and said, madam, is my nail paint all okay? गर्ल्स माइट बी नोइंग इट बेटर, वैसे तो लड़कों को भी पता होगा, कभी होता है ना ड्राई नेल पेंट हो जाता है, हम उसको लगा लेते हैं, फिर हाथ इधर उधर कहीं लग जाता है एंड इट गेट्स स्पॉइल्ड. सो थिंक दैट somebody has put in a nail paint and then probably once it was about to dry and then you know you've done something like this and then they're checking, is this okay? So this is where those two girls were. But then there was something which was very, very different in them, the learner's attitude, and then they were ready to take up anything. They will never come up with excuses. They had that kind of a discipline amongst themselves. कि अगर मेरे टीचर ने कोई बात कह दी, तो कह दी. तो अभी तो इसको मुझे करना ही करना है, चाहे वो कैसे भी करना है. How many of us has that kind of an attitude? Good. I am glad. अच्छा धीरे धीरे सारे हो गए, सारे हाथ खड़ा कर रहे हैं, लेफ्ट राइट को भी देख के हाथ खड़ा करना पड़ता है. सो ओके, सो देयर इज दिस टेक्निक कॉल्ड अ जापानीज टेक्निक, एंड दिस जापानीज टेक्निक टॉक्स अबाउट अ बिगिनर्स माइंडसेट. दे से यू नो द काइंड ऑफ द एनर्जी एंड द एंथुजियाज्म दैट यू हैव एट द वेरी फर्स्ट डे of doing or taking up any challenge. If you can maintain that momentum till the last day, you know, of completion of your project, your success is guaranteed. Are you getting what I am trying to say?
Yes.
Right? So this is what it is. But when it comes to us, okay, look at us on the very first day and on the very last day. To begin with our notebooks, right? The very first day, the very first page that we wrote. What beautiful handwriting, a kind of a flow. By the time it gets, you know, in somewhere in the middle, I don't need to tell you where it is. And by the time it comes to the end, you know, रजिस्टर आगे से भी उतना ही भरा है और पीछे से भी उतना भरा है, राइट? पीछे पूरे डूडला हुआ है, दिल बने हैं, ये बना है. तो you know, this is the kind of a discipline that we have when it comes to our notebooks. Now we have very different kind of a discipline when it comes to attendance, right? The very first day class है यार, ये है खैर, यहाँ तो the very first day has shown us a lot of things. So कॉलेज ने 10 मिनट की लिवरेज दी हुई है, so the first day we might be there on time like a good student, right? Then the session continues to pass by and then what happens? 10 मिनट तो कॉलेज ने आज़ादी दे रखी है, 10 मिनट में अपनी तरफ से, ठीक है, मैं कॉलेज आ रहा हूँ, is it not a big thing, right? I'm coming to the college and by the time we come to the end of the college, we need to really look at them as to where they are, you know, pull them to the college. So this is the kind of the discipline, you know, that we have. Assignment, the very first assignment that we get to do, very enthusiastic, right? Let's do it, put in my 100%. By the time, you know, there are 2 assignments to be completed, खत्म, गुब्बारे में से हवा खत्म. And then when we have bombardment, इधर से एग्जाम है, उधर से वाइवा हो रहा है, ये हो रहा है, all zapped up. So this is the kind of a discipline that we have amongst ourselves. Do you think having this kind of a discipline, we can go ahead in life? Discipline, why do you think there is an institute like this which is built up? Colleges क्यों बनाए जाते हैं? Teachers क्यों होते हैं? You know, in older days, if you have gone down the history, you know, एक गुरु और शिष्य की परंपरा होती थी, ठीक है? There used to be a guru, there used to be a shishya, and there used to be a gurukul also. So what do you think was the main core of that? Rather than teaching them and training them, what was it all about? To discipline them. To discipline them. That was the core thing, and that's exactly what we are trying to do here for all of you also. Because वहाँ पर भी माँ रहती तभी बन के निकले थे, ठीक है? लेकिन अब आप बोलोगे मैडम, वो गुरु पता थे कौन थे, ठीक है? बोल दो, नहीं ऐसी क्या बात है? You know, जब हम बहुत पहले, I don't know whether you